Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. I'm your host, Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you click the link below. That way you can subscribe to my channel and not miss out on anything you need to scale your business to six figures and beyond. How? So today I am talking about 20 plus high demand asset categories to lease to the government where you can lease, not own, and make a nice profit. I'm going to share with you in this video what they are. I am going to tell you where you can rent some of this information or some of this equipment from, and I'm going to look at your profit margins so you can know if this is a good fit for you. Why am I giving you this information now? Because this is one of the best times in quarter 4 to do the lease asset, not owning business model. It works so well all the time, but it definitely works during a lot of disaster recovery contract opportunities. So this is one that I did. So I know this one firsthand. It really, really worked. So first, let's look at the 20 plus high demand assets. And I simply asked AI to give me a list of what some of those might look like. So one of the things I love was the dump trucks, definitely the 30 cubic yards and like the 40 and up. And then all of the rest of them, the grappler equipment, attachments, and excavators, those are really, 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 really big. This is when you're looking at a lot of right of way, clearing contracts, debris management. This is a list of disaster recovery and construction, very big. And this is one of those that you can walk in, talk to the rental company. My favorite was Sunbelt. Sunbelt was the one I used in the state of Florida. It worked like a charm for me. And the other one are temporary facilities and support services. Mobile office trailers are a big one. A lot of times when people are mobilizing and they don't want to rent any office space, this is a big one. Portable toilets and hand washing. We see those all the time when they're out at different places. That's a big one. Truck the tent structures and things like that, really big. Temporary fencing and portable showers, laundry units. Can't begin to talk about modular buildings for classroom, things like that. Don't forget the fleet and transportation, pickup trucks, box trucks, flatbeds. All of these are real great under facility and transportation. And then IT and office setup, workstations. That's one that we did. We went in, we set up the workstation, set up the office space, put in the partitions, all of that, and actually cleaned them as well. Printers, copiers, and scanners, a big one. Conference room equipment, really big. And then laptops. Don't forget about work desktops and laptops are big. Safety is a big one. When they have emergency power backup systems, really, 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 really big money maker. A lot of these can be from United Rentals, Sunbelt. They have a list of those. I worked with Enterprise, Cat Rental. All of these are really, really big. And what you want to do, this is the most important part, is you want to pre-negotiate, have it already done. When you're looking at doing disaster recovery, you want to put on your CAPE statement fast, able to respond in 24 to 48 hours. Those are the things you want them to know. That is what's going to make them want your company over someone that may have more equipment. But if you're looking at a small start, this is the list that you want. And then when we look at where are we going to use it? FEMA with ROW contracts, debris shelters, state emergency management offices, county governments and utility, school districts, military base expansions or temporary missions. That one is a big one. We did a lot with that. I know a lot of our clients and students that do a lot with the temporary missions, portable setting up offices, and health response for doing testing. Now, what I love here is the price modeling. So I wanted to know what a GovCon asset leasing price modeling would look like. And this is what it looks like. The daily margin would be if I did a pickup truck. So if I start here and I can read it this way. So if I'm looking at like a dump truck, 10 yards, looking at 250, 375, is what the contract rate is. Your rental 250, you're going to charge 375, you're going to get 125. One of the skid steers 200, 300, 100. Mini excavators 300, 450, 150. So you can kind of look at wool loader 450, you're going to charge 675, and you can look at getting 225. Now this is not an exact science, has a lot to do with where you are. These are just estimated costs, depends on government contracts. Profit margin is going to be variable depending on if you're in a high demand area, like if it's just had a storm and you're in Florida, of course. So this is just to give you an idea of what you can look at. And then the portable tool list is what we did a lot of. Now I know that the portable tool list can be very expensive. Sometimes they're up to $400 or $500. So $25 depends on. Very few are going to rent them for $25. I know we did that, so I know what that looks like. So it just depends on where you are. Some of the module classrooms, forklifts, flatbeds, but you have an idea. You can ask AI to give you an idea what it look like in your area with your local places, and it's going to make it more customized and personal for you. And these are just some of the things that I know work really, really well. And that's why I love this GovCon asset leasing model. The middleman, when this leasing, you don't have to own it, but you can have all the bells and whistles, the pros, very low capital. You don't have to store it. You can turn it back over when the lease is over. You can actually negotiate it before so you know what you have. You have your rental agreement there. So it's a way to get into the game without having to invest a lot to get your feet wet to see if it's something you like. If you like it, guess what you can do? You can then move ahead and see if you can secure some of the money from some of these profit margins that you make. And eventually you might be able to be one of the big players in the subcontracting world when it comes to disaster recovery. A lot of states are going to be doing this now instead of them looking at, um, FEMA giving them money. A lot of states are going to have to figure that out and do it on their own. So they're going to be a lot more, uh, pay a lot more attention to when it comes to that than you could imagine, because now they're going to have more skin in the game. So this is a great entrance for new companies, not a lot of past performance, don't want to have any equipment that you have to be worried with. You're not sure if this is going to be a good fit for you, but you get to kind of test it out before you really do a lot of investing. This is one of my favorite ways to get started, and you can get started right away. So if it's something that sounds good to you and you want to learn more, guess what you can do? You can click the link for the description, and then you can come to one of my GovCon special quarter for free training where I go into this asset management, a lot more detail, companies that you can do it from, what the pre-rental agreement looks like, and so much more. Look forward to seeing you. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.